Kia ora, it's my great pleasure to be interviewing José Ugaz, who is a anti-corruption champion of the world. José has been, as well as having been chair of Transparency International and chair of the Peruvian chapter, he has investigated criminal cases, including against the President of Peru. His advice is sought on many issues around the world, and he was the leader of our UNCAC review team for Taiwan's review against United Nations Convention Against Corruption. So, hola.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I wanted just to start by asking you what you see as the main corruption issues, the really urgent corruption issues.
In my view, this current situation of the world after the pandemic has increased the need of establishing some priorities in our anti-corruption agenda. And one of those, in my personal opinion, is ground corruption and human rights. I do believe, as now recognized by the Regional Court of Human Rights of Latin America, and I think they are pioneers in this, that human rights and corruption are very, very much linked. And you cannot understand what's happening in the third world, I would say, on human rights if we do not understand what's happening with corruption. And not any type of corruption. Of course, all practices, corrupt practices are awful and are bad and we should not tolerate. But ground corruption, meaning that type of corruption that is committed by powerful actors, mobilizing amazing amounts of resources and having an impact on the daily life of the people that cannot eat, that cannot go to school, that cannot have their health attended, that type of corruption should be on the top of our agenda, and that's what I'm trying to do now, fighting against corruption in my country, in Venezuela, in Nicaragua, just to talk about Latin America, but we can transfer that to other parts of the world.
So there is so much corruption around the world. Are you hopeful? Are you hopeful about the future with the increase in authoritarian regimes and populism and so on? Do you hold hope? What are the hopeful elements?
That's a good question. You know, when we, I will not say celebrate, but when we had this meeting in Berlin some years ago, just to remember when TI was originally established, that was a question I put on the table. Are we satisfied with what TI has done? Are we losing or winning this fight? And I think it was not the question, because of course corruption will always be there and we are going through very difficult moments. The question is, what have we achieved? Have we obtained some results? And yes, I believe that TI and many other organizations, civil society organized, has obtained and achieved amazing results. But we will always have huge challenges in front. I'm a pathologic optimistic guy. I'm Peruvian. I live in Peru. I've been fighting for this thing for decades. And when I wake up and look around me, I say, what I'm doing, is this worth? And the answer always is yes. We can fight always and obtain, some results to make our daily lives and the lives of our children, the people, new generations that are coming after us. And yes, I do think that the question is that. Is it worth? Yes, it's worth.
So we've been together for a week as part of the review team, which you've led, for the how Taiwan has achieved what its performance has been against the United Nations Convention Against Corruption. Is there anything that you've learned over this week, just about people, corruption, Taiwan?
Many things. First of all, I would like to say that sometimes I wake up and I say, why did I wasn't born in New Zealand or Denmark or New York, maybe? Why I was born in Peru, in Lima, with so many problems in Latin America. Yes, Taiwan for me is amazing. It's the third time I'm here. The first time I came as TI chair, then I came for the first review committee, and now it's my third time. Grand lesson, political will. If you have political will, everything is different. And these people, they are doing, of course, there are some levels of corruption in Taiwan. We are not blind, and it would be absurd to say this is a perfect country. They had a president in jail like 20 years ago. And still, Taiwanese companies probably will have a lot to say about that. But there's political will. You know, these people are not obliged to enforce the UNCAC, and they are doing it because they think it's good for their country. You've seen with me an unbelievable civil society, so well organized and interested, and talking with the authorities, and the authorities hearing them and say, okay, we want to do that. So that's my huge lesson. I would dare kill something or someone to have in Peru something like this.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you, my friend, and well, I hope I can call you my friend this week. And it's just been amazing privilege to work with you. It's just great.
Mine too.
Yeah.
We had a great team together. I'm so happy with the result.
Thank you very much.